Welcome to Binge Box with Mrinil, and I'm back with a curated list of shows and movies released this week or getting released over the weekend. I'm so happy that with each passing week, we're trying to add more platforms and shows to make it an extensive list for you. A lot has been happening on our social media timelines these days. From Kokila Bain's song getting viral and playing in our head non-stop, to finally knowing the release date of Mirzapur Season 2, to all the chaos happening otherwise. We all need our escape, right? Well, there is nothing better than grabbing a packet of chips, putting your earphones, and binge watching. And if you're living under the rock and mysteriously found this episode on your feed, Mirzapur Season 2 is releasing on 23rd October. Well, this weekend has the most talked about shows and movies releasing on OTT platforms. And if you want to know about the recommendations from the previous weeks, check the links below. And now, without further ado, let's dive into this week's list. This week's list most certainly should start with MX Player's Ashram. Well, August has been a good month for Bobby Deol's comeback. Last week, his Class of '83 got released on Netflix, and this week, portraying the role of a monk, it is his web series debut, Ashram. Directed and produced by Prakash Jha, the cast of the show also includes Chandan Roy, Aditi Pohankar, Darshan Kumar, Adhyan Suman, to name a few. The story revolves around the rise of the Masiha, a self-proclaimed godman, Kashipur Wale Baba Nirat, who derives his power from the influence he has over the lower strata of the society. Things go heated after the resurfacing of a skeleton, and all the investigation links mysteriously point towards one place, the ashram. Next, we'll talk about ZEE5 and AltBalaji. This week, two of the ZEE5 and AltBalaji originals were released. With an array of new characters, a love triangle, Bad Boy Virgin Bhaskar is back with season 2. The cast includes Anand Joshi, Rituparna, Aishwarya, and Jia Shankar. A Seedha Sada Bhaskar has an alternate persona as an adult comic writer who becomes a rage in Banaras. The new entrant in this season, Paki, is intrigued by his Bad Boy comic series. She claims to be the author of these stories to get close to him, which at the end lead to a triangle. As Bhaskar's first love, Vidhi can't seem to deal with the new female in his life. And the second ZEE5 and AltBalaji original is Bekhabe. कहते हैं प्यार में कोई हद नहीं होती, वो बस एक जुनून होता है, पर ऐसा इश्क कर पाना हर किसी के बस की बात नहीं है. Depicting the intense love story, Bebaki is a love triangle between Kushal Tandon as Sufyan Abdullah, Shiv Jyoti Rajput as Kainat Sahani, and Karan Jotwani as Imtiaz. The two lead actors are more than brothers to each other, and together they run one of the biggest media houses in Manali. But the story takes a stormy turn when they both fall in love for the same woman, Kainat. Moving on to Netflix, and the show we're going to recommend is Masaba Masaba. Both Masaba and Neena Gupta has been open about their lives and have been an inspiration to many. The web series is based on the instances from the life of fashion designer Masaba Gupta and is written and directed by Sonam Nair. Both Neena Gupta and Masaba play as themselves, and the story revolves around her family, her love life, and her career as a fashion designer. Moving on to Disney Plus Hotstar. This film has been in the news for several reasons. Sadak 2 marks the return of Mahesh Bhatt as the director and his first collaboration with Alia Bhatt. The film is a sequel to Sadak, and actor Sanjay Dutt is also making a comeback. He is seen playing the role as a taxi driver similar to the original film and is a revenge against the self-proclaimed godman who happens to be the common enemy between the lovers Aditya Roy Kapoor and Alia Bhatt and Sanjay Dutt. The next is Amazon Prime Video's Prime Rewind Inside the Boys. It is an exclusive after show to the second season of one of the best action show, The Boys. Each episode of the second series of The Boys contains an after show hosted by American actress and talk show host Aisha Tyler, featuring the cast and crew members as guest stars on the show looking back at the first season. And the last one on the list is SonyLIV's Ramsing Charlie, starring Kumun Mishra, Divya Dutt, Akash Khurana, Farooq Sayer, and Sharif Hashmi. The film portrays the sad reality that considers clowning as a not to be taken seriously job, and short people are made fun of. The story is about Ram Singh with his circus name as Charlie, who knows nothing else but clowning. When Django Circus closes overnight, he comes to the reality of having no job, a pregnant wife, and a son, and the struggle how he will survive. Though the film was made in 2018, the harsh reality is true for millions today. Because of pandemic, a lot are forced to be out of their jobs overnight. With this, I end my list. And like always, if you have any suggestion, do let me know. And do tell me the review of the movie or show you watched. And don't forget to subscribe to Social Catch Up for all timely updates on the social universe.